The 10 mutant organizations sent by the 12 outer cities have now all been destroyed by Eclipse Moon. Now the Jiangnan region has summoned me, and I plan to take 2 people with me. Zhang Yi pointed to Liang Yue. Liang Yue. No one was surprised at this. In the current shelter, Liang Yue is the second most powerful fighter after Zhang Yi. Although her ability is just an ordinary strengthening system, she is a powerful martial arts master, so her combat power is excellent. Just when everyone was thinking about who would be the second candidate, Zhang Yi hugged Flower. The second one, of course, is Flower. Unexpected but reasonable. Flower's combat power is probably not much different from Liang Yue. Uncle Yu frowned and pointed at his nose. Zhang Yi, what about us? Are you going to abandon us and face the danger alone this time? This is about the honor of our country. As a veteran, I can't just sit back and watch. Fatty Shu hesitated for a moment and clenched his fist and said, "We have shouldered all the problems together in the past, and we hope to help you this time." Zhang Yi stroked Flower's soft fur, and a gentle smile appeared on his face. "Your intentions are good, but this is a war, not a game of brotherhood. The strength of each of the 10 mutant organizations sent in the first round is not much different from the base forces in Tianhai City. Their leaders are all Delta-level mutant leaders. Even with such a large lineup, they were killed by the Ronin. Do you think you can beat those Japanese people?" Zhang Yi's eyes swept over Uncle Yu and his men calmly. Uncle Yu's expression was a little bleak. His ability level was only at the level 3 Gamma level, and in the past battles, he was a meat shield. However, as Zhang Yi's strength became stronger and stronger, Liang Yue and Flower also grew rapidly through their ability to eat together, and his role in the team became smaller and smaller. This made him feel a little guilty. Fatty Shu was okay. He was used to being heartless on weekdays and was more responsible for controlling the situation on the battlefield. If he didn't have to fight, he would be happy. Anyway, he has already laid down. "Boss, if you don't let me go to fight, I won't go." Zhang Yi noticed Uncle Yu's disappointment, thought about it, and changed his words. "This time, we just went there to understand the situation in Linhai City first. If we need help at that time, I will contact you and let you go." Zhang Yi did plan to do so for the people in the 3 major bases. Although the 3 major bases have declined, there are still some powerful mutants alive, especially Xing Tian and Xiao Honglian, both of whom have the strength of Delta level. But if it is not necessary, he still wants to put these 2 in Tianhai City to guard to avoid accidents. But Uncle Yu's statement was just to comfort him. There is no need for too many words. Between adult men, too much comfort will instead hit his self-esteem. Uncle Yu's eyes lit up. "Well, you must remember to call me over when the time comes." Zhang Yi smiled slightly. "Definitely. Why do I feel that this operation will be very dangerous?" Zhou Ke'er sat beside Zhang Yi's hand, frowning her beautiful eyebrows, with a worried look on her face. "Are the opponents this time so terrible? Didn't they say there are only 13 people?" Zhang Yi shook his head silently. "I don't have any information about them, so naturally there is no way to talk about it. But I believe that after this battle, the Jiangnan district must have collected their information. When the time comes, you will know when you go over there." Yang Mi hugged his arms tightly, her soft body pressed against him, and sighed softly. "I have to go to war again. I'm really worried that something will happen to you." Now Zhang Yi has become the backbone of everyone in the shelter. With Zhang Yi, they can live a stable life. No one wants him to be in trouble. Zhang Yi smiled slightly, stretched out his hand to hold her soft waist, and felt her beautiful figure. After awakening her superpowers, she used the ability of Doctor to transform her body, which made her figure reach the golden ratio, and her touch was absolutely amazing. "Don't worry, I know what to do when the time comes. I, Zhang Yi, have a life principle. If I am rich, I will help the world, and if I am poor, I will take care of myself. When the time comes, I will act on the premise of protecting myself, and I will not be a hero. And this time it is the Jiangnan region that is in charge, and the investigation team will definitely be the main force. We are just playing a cooperative role." Yang Mi said, "Then you have to protect yourself." Zhang Yi put his hand on her head and said, "I will." After a brief explanation, Zhang Yi planned to set off immediately. He said, "Okay, I'll leave the house to you." Uncle Yu said, "Don't worry. Fatty Shu and I are here. Nothing will be a problem." They both left the shelter. Liang Yue looked at Zhang Yi's profile from time to time and seemed to be hesitant to speak. Zhang Yi could naturally detect her abnormality. Zhang Yi asked lightly, "Do you have anything to say?" "You can just say it." Liang Yue frowned slightly and asked without delay, "Zhang Yi, will there be a day when the people around us are of no value to you, and you abandon us?" Zhang Yi didn't say anything at that moment and entered in the snowmobile. Liang Yue's question was not without reason. This time, Zhang Yi only took her and Flower to Blizzard City, but refused to take Uncle Yu and others. Zhou Kei'er and Liu Keian were easy to explain, because they were auxiliary mutants after all. But what about Uncle Yu and Shu Chunlei? They were both combat mutants. Zhang Yi didn't take them with him for only one reason, that is, their combat power was not enough in the battles Zhang Yi was participating in now. This inevitably made Liang Yue, who was also a member of the team, feel a little worried. After listening to Liang Yue's question, Zhang Yi showed a playful smile at the corner of his mouth. He did not directly answer Liang Yue's question, but asked, "Teacher Liang, do you think I am the kind of person who is eager to build a strong force and continuously develop my own team?" Liang Yue blinked. "Isn't it?" Zhang Yi answered decisively, "Of course not. Indeed, from the end of the world until now, it seems that the size of our team is growing. But I have never planned to create a large force and then dominate the end of the world." He glanced at Liang Yue. "Otherwise, I can integrate all the forces of Tianhai City at any time. Do you think I have done this?" Liang Yue showed a thoughtful look. "You really didn't do this." Even if he took the people from the 3 major bases as his subordinates, Zhang Yi had no intention of managing them. This is indeed not what an ambitious person should do. Zhang Yi said calmly, "When the end of the world first came, I kept gathering talents because I had no ability to protect myself. Everyone huddled together for warmth and could survive well. At that time, my criteria for selecting team members were indeed very utilitarian. But now, the most difficult years have passed, and you and I are no longer simply using each other." Zhang Yi looked at Liang Yue. His eyes became gentle. "We are a family now. How can a family dislike who is less useful? Even if you can't do anything, as long as you can accompany me, that's enough." Zhang Yi's eyes were full of sincerity, which made Liang Yue, who had some grudges in her heart, feel relieved. She nodded. "That's good. In fact, I have long regarded everyone as my own family. I hope we can all live well in the end of the world." Zhang Yi nodded with a smile. "That's right. So you are not allowed to have such thoughts in the future. How can a family doubt each other?" Liang Yue lowered her head a little embarrassedly. "I think too much. Sorry." Zhang Yi thought to himself, "I am not a devil." In essence, Zhang Yi thinks he is just an ordinary person. He is not very kind, nor does he have too many evil aspects. All he wants is to survive peacefully in the end of the world. It would be better if he could have a group of companions who could give him warmth. People always need a little spiritual comfort. Therefore, even if Uncle Yu and his men could not help Zhang Yi in the war in the future, Zhang Yi's superficial attitude towards them would not change. Having a group of trustworthy people to accompany you is already precious in the end of the world. Zhang Yi and Liang Yue came to Xiaomiaoshan subway station. He put away the snowmobile and went to the platform to wait for the special train to pick him up. The patent arrived on time as agreed. It was still the familiar robot female attendant who smiled and asked them to take a seat. Zhang Yi and Liang Yue walked into the special train, and Flower squatted on Zhang Yi's shoulder as usual. This time, since there was no need to pick up people in other cities, it took less than 2 hours to reach Blizzard City. Zhang Yi and Liang Yue got off the train. The platform was quiet, with only a few soldiers guarding with guns. But Zhang Yi met a few old friends. The current captain of the Black Robe investigation team, Bailey Changqing, and old acquaintances Wu Di and Meng Xiu. The three of them were all dressed in dashing black combat uniforms. After seeing Zhang Yi, Bailey Changqing and Meng Xiu both had smiles on their faces. Although Wu Di still looked arrogant, his eyes revealed a hint of awe when he looked at Zhang Yi. After all, last time, Zhang Yi defeated him head-on while suppressing his strength. Ha 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 ha! Zhang Yi, welcome to Blizzard City. You're here at the right time. Bailey Changqing walked over with a big laugh and gave Zhang Yi a bear hug. Zhang Yi asked in surprise, "Why are you here?" The captain of one of the 6 major investigation teams actually came to greet him in person, which made Zhang Yi more or less strange. When did he become so prestigious? Bailey Changqing let go of Zhang Yi and said with a smile, "Zhu Shuai asked me to come pick you up. To be honest, I am a little surprised that you agreed to join this operation." Zhang Yi understood that it must be his destruction of the Days City Mutant Alliance that attracted Zhu Zheng's attention. After hearing Bailey Changqing's words, Zhang Yi just smiled calmly. "Do you think I can refuse?" The smile on Bailey Changqing's lips became even stronger. "That's different. Zhu Shuai said that you were very cooperative this time and immediately agreed to come." Zhang Yi took a deep breath. "This is not a strange thing, right? Even if it is me, I can't be immune to foreign invasion, right?" Zhang Yi is not stupid. Bailey Changqing nodded in approval and then sighed. "You are right. This trouble is indeed more serious than we imagined." Speaking of this, Zhang Yi's face became serious. "What is going on? Is the Eclipse group so strong? Can it destroy 10 mutant troops?" Bailey Changqing said in a deep voice. "It's much more serious than you think. Not to mention you. Even Zhu Shuai was shocked when he heard what happened at that time. The power of Eclipse reveals a sense of weirdness. Do you know how long it took them to deal with those 10 mutant troops?" Zhang Yi stared at him. "How long?" "1 hour," Bailey Changqing said word by word. "What?" Zhang Yi was shocked. "1 hour? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Even if Bian Junwu led all the members of the Black Robe team, it would be impossible to do it in his prime, because there are too many uncertainties in war. When you don't know the enemy, you need to carefully test and reasonably allocate troops to fight. If this battle is a duel between the Black Robe team and 10 mutant teams, Zhang Yi guessed that it would take 10 days and a half. Even when Bian Junwu used silence, it was the same. Because when your superpowers are exposed, others will also take corresponding measures to deal with it. Even if you lose, you won't let you kill everyone like a pig in an hour, right?" Bailey Changqing said, "Let's talk while walking. Let's go to the bar and have a good chat." Zhang Yi raised his eyebrows and asked curiously, "Shouldn't I go directly to see Zhu Shuai? He must have a mission to come here." Zhu Zheng asked Bailey Changqing to pick him up, but Bailey Changqing took him to drink. There was something extremely wrong.